Hello, I'm Paul Pluta, and I'm coming to you live from New Farm Park, fuckers. And today I'd like to really talk to you people. I really want to talk to you people about wristwatches and starting again. And when I say starting again is that when you're a wristwatch collector and you're a man, things go to shit. Sometimes your career is really fucked. Sometimes you get financial constraints, and I've had to sell off my collection and start again numerous times. I can tell you that now. I can remember in the 90s, late 90s, I had to sell my collection off. I had to sell my president off. I had to sell so many beautiful things off, and it is frustrating. It is very frustrating, but this is what happens when we're men. We got to grab the bull by the horns. We got bills to pay, pipers to pay. You gotta do what you have to do. And sometimes for myself, I've started again in the late 90s. I sold off my Rolex. I had my President. I had a Explorer 2, steel date sub, and a Datejust. I sold those key pieces off. And it hurts, of course it hurts. It's not easy to do. Starting again, it's funny. You kind of, it makes you reconsider what is really important and what's the first piece and second piece. And I started again in the noughties, the early noughties. And I basically went for a Datejust. Then I added a no-date sub. This is when no-date subs were, I think I paid 2,500, 3,000 from a dealer, second hand from a dealer. They were bargains. That boat has since floated, and I can remember, you just ease into these things here, and I gotta say, if I had to start my collection again, which is what us menfolk do when the shit hits the fan, what would I recommend? And it's two pieces: Explorer 2 and the Omega Speedmaster Man on the fucking Moon. Those two pieces are two quintessential luxury sports watches, which I don't think you need anything else. I mean, if you're a modern man, you're a modern man who goes on dates, who has sexual intercourse with women, who's a good guy, someone who's a good guy. I really do believe that an Explorer 2 and a Omega Speedmaster Man on the fucking Moon is probably all you need. Two key watches: black dial, white dial, auto, manual. You've really got all your bases covered. And what more do you want in life? What more do you really need in life? And I've got to tell you this. People keep saying to me, "Oh, Archie, you keep harping on the Explorer 2 and the Speedmaster." Well, that's because they are so quintessential. I mean, it's everything you'd fucking want. What more do you want in life? Okay, you want something gold and flashy. Well, that's for later. That's for later, fuckers. I think you got your bases covered with those two key pieces. And you got a sports Rolex, which they're nothing to be sneezed at. That's a great piece to have. You got a that's also waterproof, and you got an Omega Speedmaster Man on a fucking Moon. Look at that, those two key pieces. And what more does a man really need? That's it. He can go through life. He can be a man. He can get divorced. He can do everything he needs to do with those two key simple pieces. They're not complicated. They're not over the top. They're just cool pieces. He can get a job, and he can move forward. And I think those are key pieces. They're keepers, absolute keepers. And what more do you want in life? What do you really want to do? You want some sort of piece which you can wear to work. You want some piece that gives you a date function, it gives you a second time zone, the Explorer 2, cool, cool, cool. You want a piece on the weekends, it's manual wind, it's got a sports function, chronograph, wow. Great, this is just such a great piece. You wear it everywhere. Wear it everywhere. And you don't need to explain nothing to nobody. They're just two steel stunners that are just... That is it. Two steel stunners. That is all you need. And I don't know what to say. People get so involved with having a collection. They want variety. They want this. They want that. Well, what do you really need? What do you really need in watches? And I think those two, that's more than enough. That's all a modern man needs. And let's face it, the Rolex Explorer 2, that's got a great Rolex movement in it. It's a bargain compared to the GMT. It's white dial, so it's unusual. It's under the radar. And fuck, what more do you want? And the Omega Speedmaster Man on the fucking Moon, it's an icon. It practically is the greatest. The moon landing, does it get any greater than that? The moon landing. What more do you want in life? What more do you want? Two steel stunners, white and black, manual auto. That's it. And that's why I keep talking about those two pieces, because that's all a modern man really needs. That's it. Those two pieces, he's set for life. I'm Paul Pluta, appearing on the Paul Pluta channel. Tell me what you think of that.